Battlefields. Years ago, something happened. I had a field down below, and I had allowed another friend to use that field because I had no use for planting that particular season. And I had an olive field right next to it. And I went up to my olive field to check on the olives. And I found somebody had planted tomatoes on the field that I told my friend he could use. And the man that was using it was not my friend, he was somebody else. Somebody I was an acquaintance of mine from the community. And so I saw this man and I asked him, "What are you doing planting on my field?" He said, "Well, the other man said I could use it." And I said, "Well, I didn't give it to the other man to just pass out to other people." And I said that you should not have planted on my field without asking me or paying me a rental fee for using it. He argued and fought with me about it and said that that was very selfish of me to do that. And I said, "Look, it's the way it is here. If you want to rent a field from somebody, you make an agreement and you pay them for the use of the field for a season, and that's it." He refused to pay me anything. I said, "Okay. How about after you finish with your tomatoes, harvesting them, you go and you plow and prepare the field the way it was before you took over?" He wasn't prepared to do that. I said, I have another field close to my farm. How about if you have the implements, the farm implements, how about if you do a little bit of tractor work on that for me in payment for using my field? No, I'm not willing to do that. I thought, well, there's no point in fighting with him over it. He already planted it. And I said, okay, you use the field for the 2 months. And when you're finished, take your irrigation equipment and get off my farm, off my field. He told me how I was very unfair and I should let him have it for the whole year. And I said, no, use it for the tomato crop and then get off. He said, well, what if the crop harvest goes longer than the 2 months? I said, all right, whatever. If he said it could go 3 months, 3.5 months. I said, whatever it is, use it for that period of time, and then I want you to take your irrigation equipment and leave. He said, okay, I'll do that. 5 months later, I bumped into him. I hadn't been down to my fields at that point. I had no reason to go down to my olive field. And I bumped into him and I said to him, so did you have, is your tomato harvest done? Have you taken your equipment? He said, you won't believe what happened. He said, I had this beautiful field. I planted tomatoes there. I was expecting to have a great harvest. He said, a parasitic plant came out of the ground and destroyed all the tomato plants. He said, I didn't even get 2 pounds of tomatoes out of that field, where he should have got many tons of tomatoes. I didn't say any more to him about it, but I thought in my own heart, the Lord has reminded me many times that vengeance is his, that he will repay. I don't need to do anything to go against somebody. God will do what he believes is right. This man acted so unrighteously towards me and towards my farm, in the way he wasn't willing to pay me, and he wasn't willing to do any work to compensate for using it. And God God showed him judgment for that, I believe. So put your trust in God, even if somebody does wrong to you. I wasn't praying for vengeance. I just said, Lord, it's in your hands. I'll just let it go and believe that you'll do what you think is right. I've always said when we came to this farm belongs to you, Father. This is your farm. We're just stewards of it. We'll try to do the best we can, but we believe it's yours. It belongs to you, just like we belong to you. And I think that's Always been our thoughts. Always been my thought all these 35 years that we've had this place. It's yours, Lord. We're only stewards. We just bless you.